big schools looking at Eric Witherspoon, so he's going to be a handful, but they've got a good balanced attack. They run a full pro. They're going to run the veer. If they put it on the ground a lot and turn it over, Corbin has a great chance to win this game. Corbin, the big key for them, offensively, they have to move the football. Didn't move the football against Rock last week. Defense played tremendous. Really played a nice game at Rockcastle last week, but offensively, they didn't put any points on the board. Gus Hauser could be a key if he's able to kick a few field goals here tonight, but bottom line, offensively, Corbin must score. Defensively, they have to stop Eric Witherspoon.
And the Red Hounds will be receiving the kick. It looks like that number 5 will be doing the kicking for Middlesboro. That's Ryan O'Boyle. He's been kicking for a while. 6'2", 170-pound senior. Middlesboro wearing their yellow home jerseys with the white bottoms. Corbin in the road white with the gray trousers. Back to receive for the Red Hounds. Chris Hammock is on the right side, and across the way from him, number 5, Pat McCowan back there, shaking up against Rockcastle County, but ready to play tonight. Aaron Hoskins, only a freshman, is one of the up-backs. And number 14 for the Red Hounds, Greg Wyatt, also one of the up-backs. And we're ready for what should be a really good high school football game here on this Friday night on your sports leader, T107, as O'Boyle holds the hand high. Good crowd, good atmosphere, and two good football teams. Here's the approach. It's a line drive kick. Going to be taken by Hammock. Bobbles it at the 15, picks it up at the 20. To the 25, hold to the 30, and it's knocked down at the 32-yard line. Number 23 on the stop that time. That is Paul Heck. But Corbin, with a good return there by Hammock after he bobbled it, will start 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line.
Corbin will go with Pat McCowan at quarterback tonight. Matt Fargo is in the starting lineup along with Scott Hart, who was injured at Danville, in the backfield with Trey White, the junior fullback. We'll check the offensive line right after this play.
Michael Crowley and Shane Romines, as usual, will start at the ends, and the Hounds will line it up in the power eye right set. McCowan at quarterback gives it back there to number 36, Scott Hart, and Hart is straight across the middle up to the 37-yard line. Make that for a gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 for the Hounds.
The center tonight is Shane Creekmore. We've seen Shane play a little bit everywhere, and that reason is because Middlesboro has a tremendous nose guard.
And that's a good point. Pat McCowan gives it off to Scott Hart again around the left side to the 40 and pushes his way up to about the 43-yard line. That'll be enough, according to the spot here, for a Red Hound first down. 1st and 10, Corbin. Just underway here in the first period. 11-17 to go in it. Red Hounds none, Middlesboro none. Corbin on the opening drive of the football game. Also, a good point you brought up there. Shane Creekmore in there at center because Middlesboro with that tremendous nose guard. Corbin lines up. Full house backfield behind Pat McCowan. Handoff is going to go to Trey Wyatt, the fullback. And looked like that play was kind of a miscue from the start. Gain of only about a half yard on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for Corbin.
The ends tonight are Michael Crowley and Shane Romines. The tackles, Nolan Devon, Andy Robertson, C.J. Taylor, Joey Petrie, the guards. We gave you the center, Shane Creekmore. Coach Adams up in the booth tonight calling the plays. A new twist for Corbin. Relaying those down to Coach Jeff Gorman.
Red Hounds facing 2nd down and 10. Handoff on the counter play goes to Scott Hart, and Hart is across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Gain of a couple of yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and long for Corbin.
Well, Middlesboro really plays an odd defense, Dave. As you can see, they really stack everybody all the way up in there, and it makes it difficult to run. But right now, Corbin's offensive line has been able to push them off the ball.
Matt Vargo comes out. Number 22, Dennis Jones, checks in to play the right halfback for Corbin. Scott Hart, the left halfback. Trey Wyatt is the fullback out of the wishbone, and McCowan's back to throw. He lets it go. He's got Jones out there, but he overthrew him at about the 42-yard line, and that'll bring on the punting unit, and the Hounds will kick it away to Middlesboro.
Nice play call that time by Coach Adams, because that's the type of pass that Pat can throw. And Dennis, once he gets it out there, he's a threat because he has that good speed. It was just a little flare to the right here, and hopefully that'll loosen Middlesboro up a little bit.
The play was there. Jones was open, but Pat let him just a little bit too much. Couldn't get to the football, and Chris Hammock will punt it away. Back to receive for Middlesboro, number 21, Shane Jackson. Signals for a fair catch as the ball takes a nice Corbin bounce all the way down to about the 11-yard line. Close to the 10, the Red Hounds will down it there, and Middlesboro will start off after a good Chris Hammock punt, pinned deep in their own territory.
Well, big break for Corbin right there as Chris gets off a pretty good punt, but it even takes a better bounce and it rolls down deep. So Middlesboro backed up, but I'm not kidding you. Weatherspoon is a threat to score from anywhere.
Middlesboro will start with Shane Jackson, number 21 at quarterback, 5'7", 165-pound senior. They run out of the pro set most of the time. Number 1, Eric Witherspoon, their go-to guy, 5'8", 190, a senior. And number 25, Frankie Taylor, 5'9", 170, sophomore, also back there. And the first play is up the middle to Taylor for a gain of a couple of yards, 2 or 3.
In the secondary is Dennis Jones, also Jeremy Moran, Pat McCown, Scott Hart. The ends are Dwayne Evans and Greg White. The tackles, Shane Romines, Andy Robertson, the nose guard, J.D. Myers. The linebackers, Shane Creekmore and David Stevens.
Yellow Jackets working off the left hash mark. Handoff is going to go once again, I think, to Taylor, number 25 on the carry, and Taylor gets across the 15 up to about the 17-yard line. That'll bring up now second down and 3 to go for the first down for Middlesboro.
At our viewpoint right here, Dave, it's really hard to pick up who's making the tackles down for Corbin. As they get a little closer to us, we'll try to give you those, but really we're kind of at a disadvantage on one end of the press box, and Corbin all the way down about the 15, 17-yard line.
This time Taylor with a long setback behind the quarterback Jackson, but he gives it off in there to Witherspoon. I think he's going to be stopped short of the first down marker. Matter of fact, maybe no gain on that play, and the Yellow Jackets will come in to punt as the Corbin defense holds.
Nice defense there. I believe David Stevens might have made the first hit there. And once again, we apologize for not being able to pick those up, but we will as the night goes on.
Ryan O'Boyle will punt it away. Aaron Hoskins and Pat McCowan back to receive. It is a high, wobbly kick, and there's a flag on the play. 7:59 to go in the first period. And we got motion against Middlesboro. That'll put it back 5 yards, and the Yellow Jackets will punt it again. Corbin punted after picking up 1 first down on their first offensive series. Middlesboro unable to get a first down the first time they had the football.
Corbin should come up with excellent field position right here, barring just a tremendous punt. Going to have to punt about the end zone.
Right about the end zone. Hoskins and McCowan will set up at the 45-yard line. We'll see if O'Boyle can punt it that far. Low snap. He gets it out of the dirt, puts the foot to it, gets a nice punt away. Hoskins will get it at the 45, moves it down to the 40. Here he goes down to about the 37-yard line, hit by a couple of Yellow Jackets down there, but the Red Hounds with good field position. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their Middlesboro 37-yard line.
Aaron Hoskins, only a freshman, admires courage for coming up and catching that ball, because if he just makes a catch as he did, you know, you get pretty good field position, but then he's able to turn it upfield for a couple, 3, 4, 5 yards.
So the Red Hounds line it up offensively. Pat McCowan, the QB, behind him in the power I set, Matt Bargo, Trey White, and the halfback Scott Hart. Hart has carried the football on that first offensive series, mostly gets it this time. There he goes to the 35, spins down to the 33-yard line. And that's the Scott Hart we got used to seeing last year. Unfortunately, he went out this year, first game of the season against the Danville Admirals. Came back and played some against Rockcastle County, but looks to be in better shape for this one than he was against the Rock.
Well, Corbin this year really has never had all their backs healthy in the backfield at one time, and I'll make the excuse, but and there again, Matt Bargo still a little lame tonight.
Corbin from the right hash. It goes to Scott Hart, and he is tripped up just as he comes over the line of scrimmage for a gain of about 1 on the play. That'll bring up now 3rd down and still about 5 yards for the Corbin first down. It's hard to pick up. We are actually on the side that the chainmen are. Usually we're on the opposite side, and it's hard to see where Corbin needs to go as far as the first down is concerned. But Crowley and Romines, the ends, stay in tight. Handoff goes to Hart. He's to the 30, 25. He's going to go. Big hole. 10, 5. Touchdown. Scott Hart and the Corbin Red Hounds.
A nice call that time. Looked like some type of trap or counter back to the backside. And a really nice call by Coach Adams. And Scott Hart's able to get in for the first score of the game. I told you, you can't base the Corbin-Middlesboro game on scores. Middlesboro has a tremendous football team, but anytime the two teams line up, you never know till it's over.
And now we'll take you downfield side with Philip Russell for the kick after.
Gus Hauser's places the football down. Here's the attempt. Ball's up. It's good. Splits the uprights. And at the 6:45 mark in the first quarter, it's the Corbin Redhounds 7. The Middlesboro Red Jackets 0. You're listening to WCTT and T-Mobile 7 Redhound football.
Hey, Frankie. Sounding okay? Okay. Okay, all right. Redhounds going top 7-0, 6:35 to go here in period number 1. Scott Hart, 33-yard touchdown run. Gus Hauser for the point after, and a 7-0 Redhound lead. Big hole opened up by that Corbin offensive line, Burley, and as we used to say when he was with us, Bill Sloan could have run through that hole, but I guess we'll have to say Burley Foley could have gotten through that hole.
Easy now.
And once again, we apologize if the quality of the broadcast is not all that great, but you hang in there with us. We'll get you this game on the radio, and it should be a good one here for Middlesboro High School. Big game for Corbin, 1-1 in the district, a game the Hounds need to win. Probably they need to win it more than Middlesboro does, and maybe that's good incentive.
No question about it. Good night for high school football, Dave. Looked like it was going to rain a little bit earlier, but I believe it's blowing on out of here.
Witherspoon and Jackson back to receive. Gus Hauser will kick it away for the Redhounds. Corbin on top by a score of 7-9. 6:35 to go here in period number 1. Good crowd here at Lee Majors Field in Middlesboro. There's the Hauser kick. Gets a nice foot to it. Witherspoon will have to take it at the 5. Heads around to the left side. He's got blockers over there at the 10. To the 15. Turns on the afterburners. 20. 25. Shake and bake up to the 30. 35. And finally is taken down at the 35-yard line. And I think the Redhound fans here got to see a pretty good display of what Tim Witherspoon can do when he gets the football, or Eric Witherspoon.
Well, when he gets to the open fields, when he's the most dangerous. On Middlesboro's first open series, they ran tackle to tackle every time. But what they do is they run the veer, and they'll run in there off tackle, and pretty soon they're going to pitch that thing, or they're going to counter reverse back to one side with him and try to isolate him where he can get in one-on-one situations. And when he does, he's very, very dangerous.
Corbin comes with a 5-man defensive front. Pro set for the Jackets. Taylor goes in motion. Pitch out goes to Witherspoon around the right side. Looking for a hole. Doesn't get it. Now he's going to try to move his way back to the other side and can't go anywhere. Good defense by Corbin as they stop him at the 35-yard line. Good coverage by the Hounds.
Greg White, looks like J.D. Myers, also Pat McCown. And again, we're trying to pick these up as they get closer to us. Really good defense by Corbin that time.
Middlesboro just about on the hump, almost right in the middle of the field. 2 go wide to the left side, number 2, Johnny Cook, and number 80, Jason Wilder. And the handoff is going to go, though, to Witherspoon. He'll take it straight across the middle of the field. Running right, like Burley said, right over tackle that time for a gain of maybe a couple of yards on the play. That'll leave 3rd and long now for the Yellow Jackets. They've got to make the 45 for the first down. Football right now is on the 39.
Shane Creekmore on the stop.
Witherspoon and Taylor move in behind Shane Jackson, the 5'7" quarterback. Not a big backfield. Jackson's looking to throw. He's got a man over the middle, incomplete. Trying it out there that time for number 2, Johnny Cook, and the Hounds have held again. Middlesboro will once again come in to punt it away.
That went in and out of the hands of Jeremy Moran that time as Shane Creekmore came over to make a nice hit. Jeremy Moran nearly came up with a big interception.
Down to 4:59 to go in period number 1. Corbin on top 7-0. There's other games around the area tonight. We'll try maybe to get you some scores on some of those. It's tough with the technical problems we're having here as Matt McCowan will field the punt down at the 32-yard line. A good one by O'Boyle. But the Redhounds will have possession, 1st and 10 from their own 32. Close to the 33.
Got to credit the defense on both first 2 series. really played good defense. Everybody contributing, and J.D. Myers getting a lot of penetration in there and forcing them to do some things a little wider than they want to. But our defense played really good last week, Dave.
Yeah, like we talked on the radio this morning, it's been either feast or famine offensively for Corbin, seems like. Handoff goes to big Matt Bargo. He plows right over tackle around the right side, moves it to the 34-yard line. Short gainer. That'll bring up second down for the Hounds.
Coach Adams once again in the booth up here with us tonight, signaling the plays down. Coach Jeff Garman probably feels like he can get a better look at the game up here.
This time the Red Hounds send Michael Crowley and Matt Bargo wide to the right side. Hart and Wyatt stay behind McCowan. Handoff goes to Trey Wyatt, and he gets a couple of more. That'll bring up now 3rd and long for Corbin. .405 to go, period number 1. 7-0, the Hounds on top. But right now facing a 3rd down and a long 7 yards to get any first down yardage. The ends will stay in tight. McCowan has the power eye right set behind him. Corbin working right from the middle of the field. McCowan is going to turn, give it on the counter to Scott Hart, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and Corbin will punt. The Middlesboro defense doing a nice job that time.
Counter play back to the left side, and Middlesboro at that time, they played good defense. Been a good struggle up to this point. Offensively, Corbin able to move the football with Scott Hart tonight, and that's the difference right now, 7-0. Defensively, Corbin really playing aggressive.
Chris Hammock will come on to punt for Corbin. Last time he punted, he pinned Middlesboro down at their 10-yard line. And we have a flag on the play, and I think someone from the Yellow Jackets came across too soon. We'll see. But could have been drawn offsides, I guess. It is against Middlesboro. That'll be a 5-yarder, which will leave Corbin now 4th and a couple. But I think the Hounds probably still going to punt. Ball right on the 40. Corbin would need to get to the 42-yard line to get the first down. So the Hounds will play it safe here and punt it away.
I agree with that. You're in their territory, plus your defense is really playing good. And I know that Coach Adams is taking that into consideration, that his defense is playing good, so let's give it up.
There's the snap. Nice punt right Hammock. Nice punt all the way to the 15. Takes just a dead bounce right at the 15. Dennis Jones downs it there. Good coverage by Dennis. And Middlesboro will once again be pinned deep in their own territory here on this sequence. 3:04 to go first quarter. The Hounds lead 7-0. Boy, Hammock boomed that one. Corbin's kicking game has been outstanding this year, Burley.
It really has. You know, Gus Hauser, of course, kicking the field goals and extra points, and now Chris Hammock has had some tremendous punts, had some good ones last week and another good one here tonight. He's in the secondary in there with Dennis Jones, Jeremy Moran, and Scott Hart.
Jackson moves in behind center. Witherspoon and Taylor split behind him. Wide outs to the right side. Handoff is going to go. No, the pitch out's going to go to Witherspoon. He's one-on-one out there, and here he goes. He might take it all the way. He's at the 35, 40, caught from behind and brought down at the 45-yard line. Shane Creekmore and Chris Hammock able to run him down. Man, Creekmore caught him from behind. I think it was Shane that had him. It could have been Chris. One of the two caught him from behind, or Witherspoon was gone.
Well, that's just what I was saying about Witherspoon. You know, he puts so much pressure on you out there when they pitch it to him, because you saw what he can do when he gets one-on-one with you. He left two of our people standing right there, and he's a good back. He really is. And, you know, they've set that up by giving it inside tackle to tackle, and they've been patient with it. But when they pitch it, he's dangerous.
Witherspoon and Taylor split behind the quarterback. Jackson Cook goes wide to the right side. Wilder wide to the left. Handoff to Taylor. Moves his way to the 50-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 on the play, bringing up second down for the Yellow Jackets. 2:04 to go. Quarter number 1 here from Middlesboro High. Middlesboro. Burley says he thinks, but he doesn't know for sure. Might have had the first golf course in the USA.
Kentucky.
And you played there in Kentucky. Handoff is going to go again to Taylor, and there's nowhere for Taylor to go. The Corbin defense grabs him and actually throws him back a couple of yards, but he'll get the spot right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a half yard on the play. Good D by Corbin. That'll bring up now third down
Greg
and
White.
the scoreboard says 6 for a first down.
Greg White with Dwayne Evans, seniors, on the stop, along with sophomore Andy Robinson.
You sure didn't tell me the USA a while ago, first golf course in the USA?
I told you a lot of things on the way up here. It might not be true.
You probably lied to me.
Is that the one thing you caught on?
Probably lied to me the whole way. As Jackson's going to roll to the right, pitches out to Witherspoon. Drilled as he takes it. Down he goes. Loss of a couple. And the punt coming up from Middlesboro.
You can't play it any better than that. Jeremy Moran came up, and along with Pat McCown, and also looked like Dwayne Evans over there from the backside. You can't play the option any better than Corbin just played it defensively. They played it picture perfect.
So Ryan O'Boyle is on to punt again. 45 seconds and counting down here in the first period. Hoskins and McCowan back to receive. There's the kick. No rush by Corbin. Hoskins will field it at the 20 and drops it. The ball's loose. Middlesboro's got it. Yellow Jackets, I think, definitely have it at the 20-yard line. Aaron's only a freshman, but that's one time where he needed the fair catch.
Well, there again, you got to blame that on youth right there because, actually he should have caught the ball right there. But, I'm telling you, a lot of times you get in situations like that. I think the thing you do with Aaron Hoskins right now is tell him, say, don't worry about it, son. You'll find a way to break one here, and maybe you still come back and help us win this ball game.
Well, then again, we're up here looking down, and we can see the coverage coming at him, but he's looking at the football, and, he can't see where those guys are at. He didn't know they were so close. And here is Jackson firing over the middle. Misfires. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of heat by David Stevens that time. Made him hurry the passes. They just tried a hot pass right across the middle. No, Aaron needs to understand he's not the first guy to ever drop a punt and won't be the last one. You don't want to like a mistake like that, and of course you got to correct it. But bottom line, you dropped it, you got to catch the next one.
That's right. Clock is stopped on 14 seconds. Middlesboro coming up with good field position after Corbin mishandles the punt. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line, the Corbin 19. 2 wide to the right side. Handoff is going to go in there to Taylor, and he moves it to the 16-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down for Middlesboro. The Corbin defense, like you've been pointing out, Burley was playing very well.
They played good last week. They really did against Rockcastle. They only gave up 6 points. Rockcastle had a back. It rushed 30 times for 80 yards, so that's pretty good defense.
And that's going to end the first period of play with Corbin on top 7-0. When we come back, it'll be 3rd and 8 for Middlesboro from the 16-yard line, the Corbin 16. This is Red Hound Football and your sports leader, WCTT. Hey, we got 1 quarter in, didn't we? If we get half in, we might still get paid, you know what? Huh? Hey, he wasn't so tight, man. We'd have us a phone line. Yeah. This is a good football game. It's going to be a dandy.
It really is. Typical Corbin Middlesboro football game right now.
Burley wishes he was out there so he could knock Witherspoon down.
No.
Burley. Could you tackle him, man?
Him? Not now.
Could
there was a time when it was.
Yeah, maybe. I'll take your word for it, okay?
About 60 pounds ago.
Getting ready for 12 more minutes of football action here from Lee Majors Field in Middlesboro. The Red Hounds on top 7-0, but the Yellow Jackets, after Corbin mishandles a punt, coming up with good field position on the fumbled punt, they got it 3rd down and 8 from the 16-yard line. Working toward the left hash mark. Jackson is going to roll to the right. He's getting pressure, lets it go. Caught for the first down at the 7.
Kid from Middlesboro made a nice catch, went to his knees right there. And Jackson, that's the kind of pass he's going to throw. He's not a very tall kid. It was a rollout pass to the right. They flooded one side there. He hit the up back on a little flood pattern, and he went down on his knees there.
Corbin with pressure on Jackson that time, and like Burley said, a good catch there by number 2, Johnny Cook. 6-foot senior wide receiver. The receivers and backfield for Middlesboro, not big, but boy, do they have some quickness. Plus, they've got a nice offensive line to work behind there. 1st and goal from the 7 for Middlesboro, and the ball is loose. Corbin's got it. Yes, sir. The Red Hounds have recovered a Middlesboro fumble.
I told you before the game, Dave, when you run the veer offense, there's a chance you'll put it on the ground. So far, that's happened, and it's been very, very critical for Middlesboro, but very, very positive for Corbin. They put it on the ground out here and really missed the score.
We couldn't see who recovered the fumble for Corbin. There were several Red Hounds on the football, but the Hounds have it now, 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line, their own 7. Working from the left hash. Corbin needs to get a little room to work with here. Bargo, Wyatt, and Hart form the wishbone behind McCowan, the quarterback. He'll give it off in there to Hart around the right side, and he is popped as he gets to about the 10.
Not a lot of room, and this is where Middlesboro can make it extremely difficult for you because they don't, most likely any team's not going to throw out there. It's very, very difficult, but they put everybody up in there, and it's hard to run against them.
11 minutes to go. First half of play, 7-0 Corbin, but the Red Hounds facing 2nd down and 8 from their own 9-yard line. McCowan going to give it off in there to Bargo, and Bargo is drilled at the 10-yard line. Like Burley said, nowhere to go because Middlesboro's bringing everybody up there on the defensive line. And that'll bring up 3rd and long now for Corbin. Matt Bargo playing so well until he sprained his ankle.
It's just a matter of time before he starts playing well again.
That was back in the Cumberland game, sprained it on the first play of that football game. McCowan underneath center, which is Shane Creekmore for tonight. Rolls to the right on the keeper. He's hit and pitches it out to Bargo. Bargo is up to about the 17-yard line. That'll be near that first down marker. I don't think it's going to be a first down, though.
Well, we got a nice spot right there. From my vantage point, we did.
We're pinned in one corner of this press box, and the Hounds are working down in the other corner, so it's tough to see. The ball is going to be spotted, looks like, past the 17-yard line, which would be enough for Corbin first down. They're bringing the chains over, and Corbin is going to... Philip Russell is down there, and he's signaling about 2 foot, looks like. So they stretch the chains. The Hounds need a couple of feet for the first down. What do you do here, Burley?
I punt the football. I admire anybody that would go for it, but I would punt it.
And we see Chris Hammock started out onto the field. And
I don't know.
Now he's coming back.
I'll be honest with you. I just don't have I wouldn't have the guts to do it. But
and the Red Hounds might be hear Coach Adams up here in the booth hollering for a timeout, but I don't think they hear him down on the field. Now I think they hear him. 10-12 to go. First half of play. 7-0 Corbin on top. We got the Red Hounds with a 4th. And about 2 feet for the first down here. Ball on the 17-yard line.
I can't understand why Jeff can't hear Coach Adams and them playing saying timeout. It's obvious he's hard for a timeout, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if we can hear him up here playing it up because he's in the booth right next to us.
First down. First down's why he didn't call timeout. He's waiting to get a ruling on that.
Oh, they remeasured?
Yeah.
All right, that's big. I don't know how you could stretch the chains and come up 2 feet short one time and then re-stretch and get a first down, but we'll take it.
I think Tick might have went down there and helped him out a little bit.
Way to go, Tick. Red Hound first down. Well, I've not seen that happen before, but the Red Hounds will take it 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Trying to get a little room to work with against this good Middlesboro defense. Middlesboro's given up 8, 7, 7, 8, 21, 21, and 19 points en route to their 6-1 victory this year. They feel they should be 7-0 because they had Middlesboro down or had Bell County down and let the Bobcats come back just like Corbin did and beat them in the final minutes.
Whitley County up at Bell County tonight, big district game. Whitley County feels like they can beat the Bobcats this year.
Knox Central's at Kaywood in that district too, and that's a big game for those two teams. Of course, if I'm not mistaken, there's only 4 teams in the district, so they're all going to the playoffs. Am I right?
Right. So they can see those kids say we went to playoffs every year.
Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like the system of letting 4 teams go. I really don't. I think they need to look at that. Some of those first-round playoff games get ugly. Well, we might get back to playing here. Looks like we are. Ball is on the 18. 1st and 10 for Corbin. 10:02 to go. Redhounds working from the left hash mark. Wyatt the fullback. Right halfback Fargo. Left halfback is Scott Hart. And it's going to be a keeper by the quarterback McCowan to the 20. Only a couple. The Hounds having trouble now. The offense is stalled after scoring in the first period with 6:35 to go in the first quarter of play. The Redhounds unable to move the football since then.
Got a little room to work now, though, as back down there when they were backed up deep, it was a little bit scary, but Matt Bargo able to pick up a big first down. Now they got some room out there.
7-0, the Redhounds on top. 9:25 to go, first quarter of play. Pat McCowan moves in behind that offensive line. Shane Creekmore in its center tonight. And there's the snap of the football. Handoff is going to go to Bargo, and he's bouncing off tacklers. Crosses up to about the 23-yard line. Matt dusted there. That'll bring up 3rd and long for Corbin. 3rd and 6 says the scoreboard.
Nice football game. If you didn't come out to this one, you're going to miss a dandy.
Two good teams, two pretty equal teams playing out there. Two teams that could possibly see each other when it comes playoff time again. Pat McCowan looking at a 3rd down and 6 from the 22-yard line. Pat on the handoff to the fullback Wyatt to the 25, 26-yard line. That won't be enough for the first down. A couple of yards short. That'll bring up 4th and 2, and Corbin will now punt it away as Chris Hammock comes on. Well, the Redhounds picked up a big first down, but the drive fizzles out. Hammock will punt.
Middlesboro at this point's been their own worst enemy. Corbin fumbled once, though.
Yeah, the Hounds put him in that position. The Corbin defense has been
tremendous.
As has the Middlesboro defense, been pretty darn good. Here's Hammock, gets a rush on, but gets some nice blocking as he punts it away. It will hit out of bounds at the 37-yard line. And Middlesboro will, now they say, well, what they say in the 39-yard line, maybe.
Two officials were arguing over those 2 yards.
Both are wrong because it's right on the 37. I saw it. And I'm always right. It's going to be on the 39, so Middlesboro will have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The Redhounds line it up defensively. Corbin with a 5-man defensive front so far in the game. Creekmore, Stevens, the linebackers. And we got a flag before the play. It's going to be against Middlesboro. What would that be, Burley?
I think one of the kids didn't have the mouthpiece in.
Is that illegal, really?
Yeah. They got to wear a mouthpiece.
I saw Muhammad Ali go a whole round without a mouthpiece one time. And Joe Frazier trying his best to hit him in the mouth.
Been a good idea, wouldn't it? I never did wear a mouthpiece when I fought.
Yeah, been a few times I wished I had a helmet on, much less a mouthpiece.
I would have liked to have a lot of things on for some of them guys that got me.
Ball on the 34-yard line. That'll be 1st and 15 now for Middlesboro after the 5-yard penalty. 7:52 to go, first half of play. Pro set split behind the quarterback Jackson rolling out to the left. He's looking to pitch, and he is hit, and down he goes. Right at the 35. Dwayne Evans, number 56, got him by the jersey. And a couple of other guys came up to finish him off.
Creekmore and Nolan Devon. Shane Creekmore, a senior. Nolan Devon, a sophomore. Dwayne Evans, a senior. Once again, Corbin playing the option extremely well.
You know, on our roster, we have Dwayne Evans listed as a quarterback. Has he played any quarterback at all? Ever?
No.
And here's Jackson. Going to let it go over the middle. The coverage is there, and it is caught, though, by Cook. Great catch down at the 44-yard line as Jackson just hung it up there. Dennis Jones was right with Johnny Cook. Cook out-leaped him, though, made the catch. And Middlesboro moves it inside Corbin territory at the 44.
That was just a jump ball, so all that was. Jackson threw it up there, and it was a jump ball.
Well, he knew, it's obvious he knew that Cook had some pretty good leaping ability because of the way he threw that pass. This time Cook goes wide to the left side, Wilder wide to the right. split backfield behind the quarterback, number 21, Jackson. 1st and 10 from the 44. Handoff goes to Witherspoon. He's got room. There he goes down to the 30. Finally crushed from behind at the 30-yard line. Tim Witherspoon, who has 18 touchdowns on the year, weaving his way through traffic for another first down for Middlesboro.
Chris Hammock, also Greg White on the stop. Trey White now in for Greg White. That's Eric Witherspoon.
Eric, yes. I keep saying Tim. Was there a Tim Witherspoon played here?
No, but let's say that so you won't look like a fool.
Okay, yes, I believe he has a brother named Tim, ladies and gentlemen, who played basketball, and that's why I call him Tim a few times. Jackson with that split behind him. Eric Witherspoon and Taylor. Wideouts both ways. Hand off to Witherspoon. Hit right at the line of scrimmage by Stevens. Got him by the leg. Maybe a gain of a half yard on the play. That'll bring 2nd and long up here for the Yellow Jackets, working from the right side of the field, deep into Corbin territory right now.
David Stevens, Dwayne Evans, Nolan Devon. Witherspoon, as you can see, when he hits in there, he has some force with him.
Eric Witherspoon, 5'8", 190 pounds, though. Senior. Jackson. Man in motion, Cook from left to right. Takes the snap. Fakes. He's going to pitch it out to Witherspoon, and he is going to get around Chris Hammock and hit it around the left side. Finally hit and knocked out of bounds at the 23-yard line. That'll be short of the first down. That'll bring up 3rd and about 3 here for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, I'll tell you,
he just juke-stepped right around Chris Hammock over there on that right side.
It was Jeremy Moran.
Or Jeremy Moran, number 19, that's right.
But now I want to tell you, he and David Stevens had a collision then.
He got popped pretty good once he turned that corner. I would not want to be out there trying to tackle Eric Witherspoon on those pitches, because he can turn on the afterburners, and he's got the moves to go with him. He's got the speed and the moves and the power. Good back. 3rd down and 2 for Middlesboro. Jackson is going to keep rolling it around the left side. He's got a nice hole, and he may take it all the way in, and he does. Big hole opened up that time for the quarterback, Shane Jackson. He'll get the touchdown from the 22-yard line. 22-yard TD run to make it a 7-6 football game with 5:44 to go here in the first half of play. Corbin on top.
It was an odd-looking play that time, Dave. Looked like he was going to fake to a back, and the back never came, and he just turned it up and kept it for the touchdown.
O'Boyle on to try the point after. Corbin would like to get a piece of it. They blocked a couple this year. The kick is up, and it is good, say the officials. And with 5:44 to go in the first half of play here at Middlesboro High, we're tied at 7. When we come back, Middlesboro will kick away to Corbin. This is Red Hound Football on Southeast Kentucky Sports Leader, WCTT. Yes, man. Nice stuff. 21-0. Yeah, it. Okay.
About flat rock.
We're tied up here at 7 with 5:44 to go in the first half of play after the quarterback Shane Jackson from Middlesboro scores on a 22-yard run. Ryan O'Boyle on for the extra point. And now the Jackets ready to kick away to Corbin. Back to receive. Pat McCowan, Chris Hammock, the deep backs, Aaron Hoskins, and Greg Wyatt, the up backs. Been a good football game so far, just what we expected. Two pretty evenly matched football teams here. O'Boyle gets a nice foot into this one, line driver. Hammock is going to catch it. He drops it back at the 10-yard line, picks it up, heads around to the left side, 15. There he goes, 20. Flag on the play up to the 25. And we might have had a clip on Corbin that time. We'll see.
Must be. Well, Chris Hammock might break that thing, but he runs into his own guy down there. He's capable of breaking one, Dave. He's one of our kids that has some good speed.
Chris, I think he's getting a little thing in his mind, though, about on his kickoff. He's bobbled the ball several times this year on the kickoffs.
Well, he's an aggressive kid.
It kind of gets in your head, I think, a little bit.
Well, Chris is a real aggressive kid, and he plays wide open. And a lot of times when you play that way, sometimes you start to move before you actually catch the football. And that's what he did right there. He just started upfield before he caught it. But like I say, he's one of those that when he does make a mistake, he's making it full speed.
Well, they're going to mark this penalty off against Corbin from the point of the penalty. And that's going to move the football all the way back to the 8-yard line. So Corbin will start, well, actually the 7, 1st and 10 from the 7. 5:37 to go in the first half of play.
This whole football game's been away from us.
Yeah, they've been right down in this deep corner here where it's hard for us to see. Redhounds move Shane Creekmore into the backfield now. McCown into quarterback, gives it off to Scott Hart. Scott burst into the line for a pretty good gain on the play, up to the 15. Gain of around 8 yards that time for the little guy. Scott Hart, not big, but he has a big heart in there. 5'4", 166-pound senior halfback.
He's had some tremendous games as a Red Hound, and, you know, as we talked about, he went down with a knee injury, but running hard that time.
Well, and you're 5'4". Most people say, well, you'll never get to play football. You're only 5'4", but Scott Hart plays and plays well. 2nd down and 4 for Corbin. Gain of 6 on that play for Scott. The ball's on the 13-yard line. 5:03 to go, first half play. Clock is stopped for some equipment fixing here on one of the Middlesboro players. Corbin in the power eye. Handoff goes to Bargo. Big Matt crashes across the 15 up to about the 17-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down for Corbin. And short. Very short for 1st down yardage.
Shane Creekmore now has shifted into the backfield. Looks like Middlesboro's going to play her down.
I think he's okay, though. Number 50.
Big lad.
Down there for the Yellow Jackets. Yeah, he's big. I was looking at him a while ago, and he's Brian West, 6'1", 244.
It's pretty big.
I'm 244, but I'm only 5'8".
He's not that big yet.
Corbin, 3rd down and 1. Ball on the 16-yard line. Hart takes the handoff. Oh, he's hit right at the line and knocked back a couple of yards. Big hit there by somebody from Middlesboro. Corbin actually with a loss on that play. Whoa.
We're going to measure, but it looked like we lost yardage, didn't it?
Well, they gave him his forward. They gave him his forward motion there. Scott bounced out of there and really got knocked back a couple of yards. 3:58 to go. As the chain crew comes running. Corbin is going to be short, looks like, by about a football. The length of the football. Once again, decision time for the Hounds.
They're going to go.
Corbin's going to go for it here on this 4th down. Game is tied at 7. 3:58 to go in the half. Ball on the 17-yard line. 4th and 1. Corbin. Dwayne Evans now in there playing at center. Shane Creekmore has moved into the backfield. Corbin in the power eye. Handoff. Going to go to Bargo. He's around the right side, and it's going to be close.
I believe he got it.
It's going to be close. Yeah, I think, Corbin gets almost up to the 20-yard line. That's clean up for the 1st down. Move the chain, says the official. Big Red Hound 1st down there. 3:45 to go in the half. Big Matt Bargo picking up the 1st. Shane Creekmore comes off for Corbin. Trey Wyatt comes back in. Wyatt, Bargo, and Hart out of the power eye. Hand off to Hart on the back of the eye, and the ball's loose right on the 20. Middlesboro's got it. Scott Hart went into the line of scrimmage. The ball popped loose, and after Corbin picks up that big 1st down, they give it up on a fumble. So with 3:21 to go in the half, Middlesboro in business here at the Corbin 20-yard line.
Well, Scott coughed it up right there, but now I'm telling you, he didn't have much blocking. He took some real hits.
Turnovers looking big in this football game so far. We'll have our statistician, Philip Russell. We can't contact Phil much on the field this evening, but he'll be up in the booth here at halftime with the first half stats. Corbin lines it up defensively. Jackson moves underneath center, ready for the snap. Going to give it off in there. No, he's going to roll and pitch it down the right side. Taylor knocked down hard by Jeremy Moran right as he took the pitch on the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Jeremy Moran is really, he's starting to play great football for Corbin. I really, as I've said all year, he's one of the most improved players on the team. And if he had one more year, David, just one more year, he might be a big-time college football player. Really, I think with some maturity and some speed, he could really be a great player.
Middlesboro working from the middle of the field, 2 wide to the right side. Jackson going to give it off in there to Taylor. Big hole for Taylor. There he goes to the end zone. Touchdown for the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets. Number 5 on the carry, or number 25 on the carry, Frankie Taylor. And it's 13-7. The Jackets on top, 2:24 to go here in the half.
Well, what happened there is Weatherspoon put so much pressure on you back there for that pitch that sometimes you forget the dive back, and there we simply just didn't play good defenses. They're able to get in the end zone.
So Ryan O'Boyle comes on to try another extra point, a chance to put his team on top by an even 7. There's a kick, looks good, and it is. Whoa, he boots that one way over the net. No doubt about that one. Middlesboro leads 14-7 with 2:24 to go in the first half. We'll be back. The Jackets will kick off to the Red Hounds. This is Red Hound football on your sports leader, WCTT. Well, turnovers killing us. .7 here. A couple of other scores. Bell County 21, Whately County nothing right now. Williamsburg leads Lincoln by a score of 14-0. Williamsburg unbeaten so far this year. Perfect on the season. Back to receive the O'Boyle kickoff for Corbin is Chris Hammock and Pat McCowan, Aaron Hoskins, and Greg Wyatt, the upbacks again. Going to go for Hammock one more time. Chris has got this one at the 10. Heads around to the left side to the 15. Looking for a block at the 20, and there he goes, right at the 20-yard line down. And Corbin will go 1st and 10 from the 20 with 2 minutes, 12 seconds left to go. In the first half, the Hounds down 14-7 to Middlesboro.
We got to hope you can put together some offense right here to hopefully regain some momentum. Even if you don't get a score right here, come out and try to move the football this last 2 minutes so Middlesboro will go in thinking at halftime, hey, they can move the football offensively.
Matt Vargo, Trey White, Scott Hart will line up in the wishbone behind Pat McCowan. McCowan fakes the handoff and then gives it off to Vargo, the second guy through. Matt's over for about 4 yards. Faked it to the fullback, gave it to Matt Vargo on the counter play, and Corbin picks up 4, bringing up now 2nd down and 6. Clock continues to count away the time here in the first half of play. Shane Creekmore back in now at center. Corbin with the I formation. Wyatt and Vargo back there. Handoff goes to Vargo. He bobbles the ball. Ball is loose, and I think Middlesboro's got it again.
I think they have.
See what the official's going to say here. They've not said yet. Players fighting over the ball. And I say Middlesboro's got it.
Oh, gee.
Well, Matt Vargo gives it up on the fumble. Corbin's got a case of fumbleitis here in this football game, and it's really helping Middlesboro out. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the 27 with 1:22 left to go here in the first half.
Well, Middlesboro running the veer offense, we said before the game, we needed them to put the football on the ground, Hopefully have some big turnovers to stay in this thing, but it's just been the opposite, and that's what's happened. We put the ball on the ground. Middlesboro's been able to capitalize on it and score here they're up a touchdown, and now they threaten again right here before the half.
Yeah, and it's where the fumbles are coming at. I mean, we're giving Middlesboro a great position here as Jackson moves underneath center. He's rolling. He's going to throw. He lets it go out there. It is incomplete. Trying that time for Cook, just putting it over into the left corner of the end zone, hoping Cook could run under it. Good coverage by Jones. That'll bring up now 2nd down.
Well, I wouldn't have thought Jackson could throw the football that far, running to his left, but he really let go of that thing.
Got a good arm.
He was kind of running sideways and just what they say on the creek, as you and I know, flung it.
He just flung it for the end zone. 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. 1:04 to go in the first half. The Hounds trying to hold here defensively. Split backfield behind the quarterback, Jackson. Witherspoon and Taylor back there. It's going to go to Taylor. The ball is loose, but Taylor able to fall back on it all the way back at the 34-yard line. That time, Jackson and Taylor couldn't decide who was going to get the ball. If Jackson was going to keep it or if Taylor was going to get it. Middlesboro wants a timeout with 44 seconds to go here in the half. So let's take a break, get some sponsor time in. This is Red Hound Football on Southeast Kentucky Sports Leader. We're WCTT. Huh? We need them because every time you lay it down, it goes. Like Al McGuire and those guys. Corbin down 14-7 with 44 seconds left to go in the first half of play. The Red Hounds have played well defensively, and this has been a defense that has been put in bad position by the Corbin offense. The Red Hounds have been giving it up on fumbles, fumbled a punt, and then have fumbled a couple of times since then, deep in their own territory, giving Middlesboro a good field position. And the Yellow Jackets able to get a couple of touchdowns out of it. Cook goes wide to the right. That's Wilder wide to the left. Jackson to throw. He's going to give it out in the flat. It's dropped by Witherspoon. Eric Witherspoon. That'll bring up now 4th down for the Yellow Jackets.
Corbin, don't feel nothing. Don't feel nothing. If they punt, don't feel it.
And with 40 seconds to go, it'll be interesting to see here if Middlesboro is going to punt or maybe just go for it.
They're not going to punt.
They're not going to punt the ball. Well, I'm just reminding you.
And now we got a timeout called for once again by Middlesboro. 40 seconds to go. First half of play. 14-7 Middlesboro on top. We'll be right back. This is Red Hound Football on your sports leader, WCTT.
Hey, Steve, it's 4th and 16. Remind me, 4th and 16.
Da-da-da.
Nobody get around that ball. Nobody get around that ball.
4th down and 16 for Middlesboro with 40 seconds to go in the first half of play. The ball is at the 33-yard line. Yellow Jackets will try to come up with something here after the timeout.
I think they might try that jump ball again. Well, they just hung it up there and Cook went and got it.
Wouldn't surprise me a bit. Wilder and Cook go wide to the left side, split backfield behind the quarterback, Jackson. And Jackson's back to throw. There he goes, just hanging it up for the end zone, and he's overthrowing his man. It's knocked down by Jones. That could have been a penalty on Cook there because he actually, of course, Jones wasn't trying to field the football, but I don't think Cook should just come over and tackle him that way.
Good heads-up play by Jones by not intercepting that thing and going ahead and knocking it down. That way Corbin gets it back up here rather than down there. So very smart play by Dennis Jones.
Yeah, instead of having it on the 2-yard line, now Corbin's going to have it on the 33. But only 34 seconds to go until halftime. But if you're Corbin, you might hope to get something down the field here and maybe get in Gus Hauser's range. Let him try something. Fargo and Crowley go wide to the right side as McCowan is going to give it off in there to Scott Hart. Nice hole for Scott as he just about broke that one, but he's going to be tackled at the 40-yard line. Looked like that hole was going to open up a bit better than it did. And the Red Hounds will call for the timeout. 22 seconds to go, 14-7. Middlesboro on top, 22 seconds that is in the first half. Dave King and Burley Foley here at field side. Philip Russell's here too, but we can't get Phil in here much.
Kicked him off.
We told him to be good and quiet tonight.
It's just what we thought it'd be, Dave. We thought it'd be a hard-fought football game. Middlesboro leads 14-7, but Corbin very much has been in this thing right up until this point right here. Dodged a bullet right there as we turn it over, and Middlesboro don't get a score. So I think we might take a little momentum into the dressing room at halftime.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, and you got to come back out here in the second half and take control early, though. You're at Middlesboro's home field. You let them come out and get another touchdown on you, and you go down by 14. It could get bad from there. Corbin with the timeout. Ball on the 39-yard line. 2nd and 4 for Corbin for some first down yardage, but of course that doesn't mean much with only 22 seconds to go. Pretty good Corbin contingency made the trip up here. Boy, we got a traffic jam there around Pineville where we got all those Whitley County fans coming to the Bell County game and all the Corbin fans coming up here, and we got pretty messy as McCowan, with 3 behind him, is going to roll out to the left side, looking for a block. He gets it at the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Chased out of bounds at about the 38-yard line with 13 seconds to go in the first half of play. Corbin will have time maybe for one more play, and then they can pick up something, maybe try for a field goal.
The way Gus Hauser's been kicking that thing, it don't have to be a lot here either. I'm telling you, this young kid can really kick it. As Pat's able to. I knew that play was going to come at one point. I just didn't know where.
Boy, he really got a nice block out there too, Burley, from number 69 for Corbin. C.J. Taylor. Was it 69?
Yeah, C.J. Taylor picked up a great block.
And let McCowan get around that left side. Ball is on the 40-yard line. Corbin has 13 seconds. They'll run this play, then call a timeout. Pat takes the snap. He's rolling back to throw. He looks, he lets it go, and he is going to just throw this one away as he threw it over into the sideline with 7 seconds showing on the clock. So he got 7 seconds. Got time for another play?
I believe it'll be slot right, split in left, 30 trap.
Yeah. Coach Adams moved beside us, and we can hear him calling the plays out.
What do you think it'll be?
Pretty interesting. Just what you said, because timeout after the play, says the coach. Pretty good having the coach right up here. We know what's going to happen. High formation behind McCowan. Pat going to give it off to Hart. Hart with a nice hole, and he is going to be stopped at the 31-yard line. Timeout with 1 second showing on the clock. Ball is on the 31. This will make for about a 48-yard field goal for Gus Hauser. That's a long one. A lot of distance to try and cover. We can see if we can get our man Philip Russell down there and see him heading for the end zone. We'll let him call it for us.
How far is this?
Philip sprinting.
Philip sprints for the end zone. 1 second showing on the first half clock. Gus Hauser, number 2, will try to use the bionic leg.
Yeah, with 1 second to go in the half, Gus Hauser's attempting a 48-yard field goal. With 1 second to go before the halftime, Middlesboro on top, 14-7. Patrick McCowan places the football. It's down. It's on the way. And it's good. Gus Hauser's just kicked a 48-yard field goal as the clock goes out to put the Redhounds down 14-10 at the halftime. You're listening to Redhound football on WCTT&T 107.
Wow. Man, that was something else. 48 yards. Yes, Middlesboro. And then Gus Hauser, 48-yard field goal with 1 second left in the half. And at that point, it's 14-10, Middlesboro on top. Corbin will kick it off to the Yellow Jackets to get things going here in the second half of play.
tremendous first half, Dave, and I really think Corbin got some momentum there late in the half with 1 second to go. Gus Hauser kicked a 48-yard field goal. Yes, a 48-yard field goal by Gus Hauser that made the score 14-10. Now, what's real important is we have a little bit of momentum right now, or at least we feel like we do. Defensively, we've played pretty doggone good. Good enough to be ahead, honestly, because we turned the ball over down deep in our own territory, and it really put our backs against the wall. So the defense, if they come out and play really intensified right here and hard, then we're right back in the middle of this thing.
Okay, settle in for second half action. 14-10, Middlesboro on top. As Gus Hauser gets set to kick it away, the Yellow Jackets are ready with number 25, Frankie Taylor, and number 1, Eric Witherspoon. His name is Eric. I've had called him Tim a couple times, but it is Eric. And Witherspoon will field it back at the 5. He's dangerous to the 10. Squirts out to the 15, to the 20. There's a hole to the 25, to the 30, to the 35. And on up he goes to the 42-yard line. And Corbin just could not seem to get a handle on Eric Witherspoon, so the Yellow Jackets will start here, 1st and 10 at the 42. You know, really, I just don't think I would kick that guy the football. I'd kick it to one of those upbacks or something.
I don't think he should be allowed to play.
Really.
He is really
a nice runner. He's
a nice player.
He's exciting to watch, isn't he? So it's going to be Yellow Jacket football here, 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Jackson is going to throw. He lets it go to the middle of the hot pass, dropped by Cook up at the 45-yard line. So that'll bring up now a 2nd down for Middlesboro. 2nd down for the Yellow Jackets, and 10 with 11:44 to go here in the first half of play. And once again, we apologize for any audio difficulties that we're having. We're cutting in and out some, but just get your ear real close to the radio. You'll be able to hear the whole game. If Burley would stay real still in this one spot, it picks up better, bro. Don't be moving so much.
Something you forgot, Dave, is I'm the guy that fixed this thing so we could get on.
That's true, and you did. We were actually thinking about taking a feed from the Middlesboro station, which we would really hate to do because they might slander the Red Hounds, and we don't like that. So Burley got her antenna in the right position there, and it's going to get us through the game, I think, anyway.
I've done more than that. I took the tape off, too.
2nd and 10 for the Jackets. Second half just underway. Jackson is going to give it off in there to Taylor, and Taylor gets only a couple of yards. That'll bring up 3rd and long here for Middlesboro as he moves it to near the 14-10. Corbin down by 4, 11:07 left to go, just underway here in the second half of play. Number 5, that is Ryan O'Boyle, goes wide to the left side. Split backfield. Cook is also wide to the left as Jackson hit as he takes the handoff. Oh, David Stevens in there like a flash of lightning, drops him for a loss on the play back to the 40, and Middlesboro will punt.
Yeah, David come on a dead blitz that time. He does that very well, too. David seems to hide himself well in there, and he came on a blitz and made a big hit that time on Jackson. Well, the defense did just exactly what we asked them to do.
Maintain that momentum. Let's see what the offense can do as O'Boyle gets a nice foot into it. It's going to be taken by Hoskins, and he is knocked down at the 25. Nice hit that time by number 42, Dennis Carroll of Middlesboro. So the Red Hounds, though, hold defensively, and the offense will get a chance here. 3 fumbles for Corbin offensively in the first half. One of those on a punt.
Aaron did a good job there coming up and catching that football, because if that football hits, it rolls, maybe another 10, 15 yards, probably, maybe not, but able to get us pretty good field position there by just coming up and catching it.
Spot's going to be on the 26, so 1st and 10 for Corbin from their own 26-yard line. The Red Hounds come back with Trey White, Matt Bargo, and Scott Hart in the backfield. Pat McCowan, the quarterback. The ends, Crowley and Romines in tight. Corbin from the right hash. Keeper by McCowan, looking for a little running room and gets some, and makes it to the 30 before he is hit from behind and taken out at the 31-yard line. Pat kept looking and looking for a small hole. Finally got one and picks up about 5 yards on the play.
Well, that's the play that set up the first half field goal right at the end of the first half by Gus Hauser. Pat was able to get out here on a bootleg down the left side to set that thing up, and there again, it looks like it's going to be a good play for Corbin.
9:30 left to go. Third quarter of play. The Red Hounds 2nd down and 6, gain of 4, says the scoreboard on that play. I formation behind McCowan, hand off to Bargo. He's got a hole in there. He goes to the 40. Ripped up and up the 43-yard line. There's the Matt Bargo we were used to seeing back at the first of the year. Gets the Corbin first down and then some.
Matt limping a little bit in there, but I'm telling you, Corbin really has come out here, and then they have taken over the driver's seat in this football game. Unfortunately, they're 4 points down, but they're moving the football right now like they might put up a score any time.
Trey Wyatt, Scott Hart, Matt Bargo will set up in the power I. Corbin right in the middle of the field. Power I left set. Hand off to Bargo. Hits right into the line of scrimmage and hits the sod. Then for maybe a gain of a yard on the play. Half yard to a yard. Not much there for him.
I'm telling you, Dave, when you look at Corbin's offensive line, they're big up front. Nolan Devon in there at tackle, along with Andy Robertson, C.J. Taylor, also Joey Petrie. Shane Creekmore, the center of the ends, are Shane Romines, and Michael Crowley.
Corbin, 2nd down and 10. No gain on that play by Bargo. McCowan on the keeper around to the left side. He's at the 45, knocked down at the 46-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 on the play, bringing up 3rd down and 6 now for Corbin. And like you say, you know, this QB keeper here is looking like it might be Corbin's best play this evening.
Well, Pat's going to have to be a factor in the game for us to win it, and he's come on here. He came on at the end of the half, you know, on a play call to him, and now he's carried it a couple of times here. He's got to be a threat for us to win the football game.
Corbin sends Romines and Bargo wide to the right side. That's the far side of the field. I formation with Wyatt and Hart behind McCowan. Handoff goes to Scott Hart, and he gets about a yard and down. And that'll bring on the Corbin punting unit. The Hounds will kick it away. Chris Hammock doesn't have his helmet on. Now he does, and Chris takes the field. So the Middlesboro defense holds. They're on top 14-10, 7.5 left to go here in the 3rd period. Hammock will get this punt away from about the 40-yard line. Gets a short wobbly kick. See if it takes a good Corbin bounce, and it does, down to the 20, right on down to about the 17 or 18-yard line, looks like, and that's where Middlesboro will take over. So the Middlesboro offense coming back on the field here after their defense holds. Good crowd on hand. Great night here in Middlesboro for high school football as these two district rivals go up against each other. Middlesboro 6-1 for the year. Corbin is 4-3. Middlesboro 2-0 in the district. Corbin 1-1. Big game here for the Hounds as Shane Jackson moves in behind center. Split backfield behind him as he is going to pitch it back there to Witherspoon. He cuts the corner to the left side, ducks his head, and booms to about the 25.
Jackson took a big hit that time, was able to recover himself, but I'm telling you, a few more shots like that, and he won't last long.
And we see number 2, Johnny Cook, getting up limping over on the sideline for Middlesboro.
Johnny Cook caught the big jump pass in the first half for Middlesboro.
2nd down and 3 now for the Jackets. Ball on the 24-yard line. They lead 14-10. As Jackson is going to leave it off in there for Taylor, the fullback, and Frankie Taylor. It's going to be close to 1st down yardage. I think he's probably got the Middlesboro 1st down at the 28-yard line. And it is, so it's 1st and 10 here for the Yellow Jackets at their own 28. Fast-moving 3rd quarter, 6:09 left to go in the 3rd period. Middlesboro sends number 23, that's Paul Heck, wide to the right side, along with number 80, that is Wilder. That's the far side of the field. As Jackson's going to throw that hot pass over the middle, Wilder's got it and down at the 40. They've been trying that all evening and finally get a quick hitter in there. That'll be enough for another Middlesboro 1st down. They're going to move it back to the 39-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 now for 39 for the Yellow Jackets.
That time again, Jackson's ability to fake with the ball in there, they came like they were going to run the veer to the right side, and that end's been cracking back and blocking all afternoon. This time he goes down like he's going to crack back block, and he finds himself open in the seam right there. Just a little hot on a slant end.
Jackson moves underneath center. Gives it off in there to Taylor, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, going nowhere. Well, the ball is loose. Taylor doesn't have the ball anymore. Corbin might have it. We'll see as they come out of the pile here. And the official hasn't signaled yet. Maybe no fumble, I guess. So they'll bring up now 2nd down. Gain of about a half yard that time by Taylor.
And Frankie Taylor looked like he couldn't find the ball, and nobody could find it, and we've seen Corbin players looking for it. Evidently, Middlesboro had it, or they blew it dead.
Yeah, he must have dropped it after the play was already blown dead. Jackson with that split backfield behind him. Witherspoon and Taylor, here he goes. He likes to pitch on this play around the left side, but he keeps this time and is drilled hard. Dwayne Evans got to him first. Pat McCowan also coming up after he crossed the 42-yard line. That'll bring up now 3rd down and long here for the Yellow Jackets. Big 3rd down play for Corbin. 4:37 left to go, 3rd period. Fast-moving 3rd quarter, 14-10, Middlesboro on top. But they're looking at a 3rd down and along 6 yards for some first down yardage. They've got to get the midfield. The ball is right at about the 43-yard line. Jackson running around the left side is going to pitch it out there to Taylor. Taylor's going nowhere. Well, they looked for that loss down the field. Big Shane Creekmore up to drill him at the 40. Loss of a couple of yards even, and now Middlesboro will punt.
Creekmore along with Jeremy Moran. Played it perfect.
The Corbin defense does their job, and Middlesboro will punt.
I'll tell you, traditionally, Middlesboro has always ran the option, and Coach Adams, he's seen it for many, many years, and he does a great job, he and Steve Jewell, defensively against the option.
O'Boy will punt it from the 32. High kick. It's going to take a bounce at the 25 and head for the sideline, then take a Middlesboro bounce on down near the 21-yard line. So the Redhounds, a lot of ground to cover here. They got it 1st and 10 at the 21. Was a nice punt there by O'Boyle. That'll go.
Need to put some kind of offensive drive together right here, Dave, or at least get it out where Middlesboro won't have such good field position, because the defense had a lot of pressure on them. They've played extremely well, and you can shut that Witherspoon down time and time, but then one time he's going to get you.
Yeah, this may turn into a game here of whose defense gets tired at first, because both defenses spend a lot of time on the field. As McCowan gets ready to take the snap, and does. He's going to roll it around to the left side. Gets a good block over there. Here he goes to the 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield, caught from behind and down at the 43-yard line. And once again, another great block there from C.J. Taylor. Big number 69, Burley Foley, cleared that run out for Pat McCowan.
C.J. Taylor, he's done a good job. He pulls from his guard position around there, but Pat that time really showed that he had some quickness. Although Wilder had some quickness for Middlesboro, too. But that's a play that's really starting to hurt Middlesboro now. That's the field position that we need to keep this thing into a defensive struggle.
Corbin lines up with a full house backfield. Scott Hart, Matt Bargo, and Trey Wyatt. Hand off to Trey. Trey crushes down to the 40. Give him a gain of about 3 on that play. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that could be the difference in this game. Anytime that you run the type of offense that Corbin does, pound, that takes a lot out of you. And, Witherspoon and them guys are in there having to play defense, then turn around and play offense. So that's in Corbin's favor right now, the fact that the running game, the power game, it takes a lot out of you physically.
Corbin just got to hang on to the football. 3 fumbles in the first half. Corbin cannot afford to give the football to Middlesboro any here in the second half. McCowan takes the snap, gives it to Bargo. He's at the 40, and he is down to the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and a couple. As Big Matt just lowered his head and boomed into the line. Comes up limping. He's still, without a doubt, favoring that ankle to a great extent. Spot's going to be on the 36. That'll leave Corbin now 3rd down and a little bit more than 2 yards for some first down yardage. Middlesboro comes with everybody up on that line. Hand off to Bargo. He's got the first to the 30. There he goes down to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Corbin from the 25. Matt Bargo on the carry. And Middlesboro had everybody and their brother up on that defensive line, but Corbin able to push them off.
Well, I can tell you right now that a healthy Matt Bargo scores right there.
True, I agree.
Because you could tell he wasn't able to sprint right there, but he did run hard, and it's no fault of his, but a healthy Matt Bargo scores right there.
Like I said, it'd be interesting to see Corbin get their whole backfield healthy for a game. Number 14, Greg Wyatt, comes in to play fullback. Bargo and Hart are the halfbacks. Hand off again to Bargo, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Loss of about a half yard on the play. Number 23, Paul Heck, on the tackle.
Paul's had a couple of nice plays tonight.
Yes, he has. So that'll bring up now 2nd down and 11 for Corbin after Matt loses a yard. 1:19 to go in the third quarter. Corbin down here 14-10.
Well, one thing we know for sure, we're in field goal range. We're across the 50, aren't we?
Yeah, that's all it takes, seems like, for Gus Hauser. Gus with a 48-yard field goal in the first half. Greg White stays in to play the fullback. Hart and Bargo staying at halfbacks. Hand off, no. McCowan on the keeper around the right side. Big hole. Down to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10, down to the 5, out of bounds. At the 3-yard line.
That's the same play that we heard him with to the left side with C.J. pulling. This time, Joey Petrie pulls out to the right side, picks up a big block, and Pat McCown has now become a factor in this football game, and you see the difference.
So the Corbin Redhounds threatening very much to score. They've got it first down and goal from the 3-yard line with 49 seconds left to go in the third period. Wyatt, Hart, and Bargo in there. Corbin with 4 downs to get 3 yards here. McCowan going to give it off in there to Hart, hit behind the line of scrimmage, and down he goes. He might have got back to the line, I don't know.
Not a lot of room.
Not much at all. Pat McCowan looks a bit winded as he has dropped to his knees out there. Now Trey Wyatt comes in to replace Greg Wyatt. Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd and goal from the 4 now for Corbin. Middlesboro stacks them up on the defensive front. Redhounds need a score. Field goal won't do it. They need 7. Handoff's going to go to Bargo. He's in. Touchdown. Matt Bargo and the Corbin Redhounds. No flags on the play. And the Hounds go on top 16-14.
I tell you, our offensive line has just worn down, Dave. In my opinion, we have physically worn down at this point.
And now we go to Phil Russell.
On a 4-yard touchdown run with 10 seconds to go in the third quarter, the Redhounds has got on top. Patrick McCown spots the football for Gus Hauser. Hauser, here's the snap. The down, it's down. It's been blocked. We got a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play. Hold it right here. Back to you, David.
Well, I think they might have going to be against Corbin, looks like, on the penalty.
They just keep it from there as we go in here. We got a personal foul charge against Middlesboro, roughing the kicker.
Well, now Phillips says it's going to be against Middlesboro, so Middlesboro player said it was against Corbin.
No, it's against Middlesboro.
It's against
Personal
Middlesboro,
foul.
so that's going to move the football. It's on the 3 to start with, right? So we'll have to go half the distance from the 3.
Right. You know what that'd be? A yard and a half.
Yeah, I think you're right. So Corbin now will line it up and go for 2. Leading 16-14. This would put them 4 ahead, which would, of course, make the Yellow Jackets have to have a touchdown, as McCowan is going to give it off to Scott Hart, and he is in for 2, and Corbin goes on top. 18-14 with 3 seconds left to go here in the third period of play. We'll be right back. This Redhound football and your sports leader, WCTT. I've still got a good air monitor, Frank. 3 seconds left to go in the third period of play. The Corbin Redhounds on top of the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets by a score of 18-14. Dave King, Burley Foley here in the booth. Philip Russell down at field side as the Redhounds with a nice drive there, mostly behind Pat McCowan and Matt Bargo to score. Now Gus Hauser will move in to kick it away to the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets, a play that will end the first period. Witherspoon and Frankie Taylor back there. I'm telling you, I hate to see Eric get the football because he's hard to catch up with and hard to tackle when you do catch him. quite a back.
No question about that.
Hauser on the approach. There's a kick, a line drive. He's going to put this in the end zone. Drives Witherspoon back in the end zone. He's bringing it out to the 5. Here he comes out to the 10. Oh, he's got a hole up to the 20. Corbin can't catch him. Here he goes to the 25, 30, and finally, no, out of bounds. Wow. I didn't think he was out of bounds. Now they say he was out of bounds up at about the 44-yard line, the 45-yard line. Eric Witherspoon took that at the goal line.
Tremendous football player.
I'm telling you, if he can't go around you, he either run over you or jump over top of you.
Jeremy Moran saved the day right there.
Yes, he did. And that's going to end the third period of play with Corbin on top 18-14, but Middlesboro will have it 1st and 10 at their own 45. This is Red Hound Football and your sports leader, WCTT. Frank, you'll have to come out here and tackle this guy for us. Can't catch him. Oh, okay. Thanks. To 14, Corbin on top of Middlesboro at the end of 3 periods of play, but the Yellow Jackets with a 1st down and 10 at their own 45-yard line. And the always dangerous Eric Witherspoon in there with Frankie Taylor in the backfield. Shane Jackson, the quarterback, on the pitch to Witherspoon. He's going to throw. He's got Cook out there. He's wide open. He's going to catch it. He's going to go at the 15 down to the 10-yard line. Oh, my.
Great call by Coach Kenny Roark that time, as we really are starting to fly to Eric Witherspoon, and Eric just hung it up there, and Cook was able to outrun everybody for the football. You got to give Kenny Roark a lot of credit on that call. Just an outstanding time to make that call.
The half-back pass complete for 45 yards.
What a dandy football game.
That's a good one. 45-yard completion by Eric Witherspoon. Moves the football down to the 10.
Come on, defense.
First and 10 from the 10. Here's Jackson. He's going to keep it. He's going to go in, looks like, he's going to be caught at the 2-yard line. Chris Hammock over there to run him down. So it's going to be Middlesboro football now. They'll have it 2nd down. 2 yards to go for pay dirt.
Well, I know that Eric Witherspoon's a great football player, but I'll tell you, Jackson really makes him better by the way he handles the offense.
Yeah, he runs that option. He knows when to pitch. He knows when to keep.
This is just like Corbin Middlesboro football of old.
We just want to win this one.
That's right.
Yeah, we got some offsides against somebody. That'll be against Middlesboro. That'll cost them 5 yards.
Big break right there.
So instead of 2nd and goal from the 2, it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 7. I can't see that. Can Middlesboro get a 1st down? I can't see the yard marker. It's in this corner.
I can't see the teams we're at now. None of this game's been played in front of us.
True, and I've always said this, the person that designs these high school press boxes doesn't really have the press in mind when they do it, because they just don't make them where you can see out of them. Very good.
But they do make them dry.
It's true. It is nice and dry here. This one's made out of particle board, looks like. So it'll be now 2nd down and 7 yards to the end zone for Middlesboro. Split behind Jackson. They're working off the right hash mark, and Jackson's going to give it. He's going to keep it himself around the left side. He is in for the touchdown. Corbin had a couple of stabs at him. Could not grab him. So that's a touchdown for the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets, and they go on top 20-18, and Ryan O'Boyle comes on to try the point after.
Well, we just broke down defensively right there, but this veer is very, very hard to stop, and we've played it so good all night, but again, they have so many weapons. It's difficult for us. Now we got to get the ball back and put some points on the board.
Corbin moved the football well their last drive. O'Boyle kicks this one a mile. No problem there, and it's going to be 21-18. The Yellow Jackets on top with 10:56 to go in the football game. This is Red Hound football on Southeast Kentucky sports leader, WCTT. Pardon me? Yeah, they did. They up, 21-18. I think we'll do it. We're going to drive it right down their neck. Seven-yard run from the quarterback, Shane Jackson, and Middlesboro gets the extra point from Ryan O'Boyle. They go on top 21-18 over Corbin with 10:56 left to go here in the football game. Second touchdown of the game for Jackson.
I believe we can come back and win this thing, David. Middlesboro seems to be tired.
Well, we moved the football well against them there on that last offensive drive. As O'Boyle gets ready to kick, back to receive for Corbin, Hammock and McCowan back there, Hoskins and Greg Wyatt, the up backs. Kicks from the 40, a line drive squibbler, and it is going to be fielded by McCowan at the 10. 15 to the middle of the field, to the 20, to the 25, and got at the ankles at the 25-yard line. Once again, number 23 on the tackle, that's Paul Heck.
Been impressed with Paul Heck tonight. He's made some big plays. Came on a couple of blitzes and made some good plays in there defensively for Middlesboro.
That's a shoestring tackle that Heck made that time. Or Pat McCowan might have gotten a few more yards out of that. Corbin has it 1st and 10. The ball at the 25-yard line. Trailing 21-18. Corbin lines it up in there. Matt Bargo, Scott Hart, and Trey White move in behind the quarterback, McCowan. The Hounds from the left hash. McCowan gives it off to Bargo, and he is helmet to helmet right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Middlesboro, again, making it very difficult to have a lot of people up in there first to block, Dave. I don't know really what you call that defense, but if you'll look, when they get them set, I mean, nobody's more than 5 yards deep except for the free safety, looks like. Look good, all of them right up there.
Right up on the line. And like I say, the free safety, he's just about 10 yards back himself. McCowan with a wishbone in there behind him. Takes the snap. He's going to roll to the left side on the bootleg. He's got room. He's at the 30 and shakes and bakes his way up to the 39-yard line. First down for Pat McCowan and the Corbin Redhounds.
Well, that play has really hurt Middlesboro all night as they're unable to contain. And what they're doing is they're bringing people up in what they call C-gap between the end and the tackle. And Corbin's able to block them down. Then he gets one-on-one. Pat does with their people out there like Weatherspoon. And Pat's a pretty tough cat to bring down one-on-one also.
Boy, you have to worry, though. Maybe Pat's starting to get a little bit tired. He's been worked a lot here in the second half. McCowan takes the snap, gives it off to Bargo. Matt just plows his way over the 40 up to near the 43-yard line.
Hard-fought football game, Dave. Both teams really playing hard out there. And I knew this game would be this way. I know a lot of people try to compare scores and say that we didn't have a chance and some things like that. But our kids are always going to play hard against Middlesboro. I guess the sad thing, we played this hard last week. We win 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's why you tell me that you weren't all that impressed with Rockcastle County's football team. As McCowan gives it off to Wyatt, trying to bounce to the outside and can't. Down he goes, loss of a yard on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8 now for Corbin. Boy, if Trey could have gotten out there, he would have had some running room around that right side, but Middlesboro right after him, stretched that defense out and brought him down.
Was a play we hurt Rockcastle with. I believe that Trey, actually, we think we might have scored on that, but fumbled right at the goal line. This time it went nowhere.
3rd down and 8 for Corbin. The ball on the 41-yard line. The Redhounds will set up in the power eye right, working from the right hash mark. The ends stay in tight. McCowan takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff and get hit. after a gain of about a yard on the play as Corbin tried to keep it with the quarterback again, and Chris Hammock will come on and punt it away for Corbin.
Yeah, Middlesboro tried to, Middlesboro really was expecting that play. That time had it snuffed out pretty good.
Clock down to 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game and counting. Corbin will obviously need a good punt here and need to hold defensively. Witherspoon. And they got Jackson, the quarterback, back there with him to receive the punt. Oh, a bad snap. It hit, well, not really a bad snap. Hammock falls on it at the 30-yard line, and Middlesboro will have it there. Looked like it hit him right in the hands and right into the chest. So I said bad snap, but probably not a bad snap.
Well, that's unfortunate right there.
That hurts.
Yeah, that hurts, but we're still not out of this thing.
So Middlesboro will have it here 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Corbin's 30-yard line with 7:45 to go in the football game. As the Yellow Jacket offense takes to the field. And they couldn't get enough players on, so they'll use a timeout. 7:41 to go, 21-18, the Yellow Jackets lead. We'll be right back. This is Red Hound Football and your sports leader, WCTT. Yeah. 16-8. Really? Thank you. Well, the Danville Admirals leading Western Hills 50-0 in their football game tonight as the Danville Locomotive continues to roll on. They're just rolling over everybody. Pine will beat Hazard tonight. Final score was 16-8. The other scores we had were all halftime scores. Bell County 28, Woodley County 6. Williamsburg 21, Lynn County nothing. South Laurel 22, Jessamine County 13. North Laurel 14, Clay County nothing. Madison Southern 14, Somerset nothing. Once again, those were all halftime scores. We'll try to update you when we can. Middlesboro football here. They lead 21-18. They've got it at the Corbin 30. Hand off to Witherspoon. Here he goes around the right side, trying to get some room. Gets 5, gets 10. He may take it all the way in down the right sideline, and he does. Wow. Corbin just can't tackle him. They just can't tackle him. 30 yards for Eric Witherspoon and a Middlesboro touchdown.
Well, we done a great job shutting him down all night, other than returns. And again, he's the kind of kid that eventually he's going to break one, and that's what happened right there. I think Corbin really, the wind went out of their sails there when we bobbled the fumble punt.
So Eric Witherspoon, a 30-yard touchdown run. That's his first TD of the football game, but believe me, he has been the man. They're going to fake the kick and then take it in for 2. Jackson gets there. Jackson just picked up the snap and took it on in for the 2-point conversion. And it's 29-18. The Red Hounds will need a couple of touchdowns to pull it out here with 7:31 to go in the football game. We'll be right back. This is Red Hound Football and your sports leader, WCTT. 29-18. The Middlesboro Yellow Jackets have opened it up here all of a sudden over the Corbin Red Hounds after the Hounds went on top 18-14. Middlesboro has scored twice, and they did it quickly here in this fourth period to put the Hounds back to the wall. As O'Boyle will kick it away. Corbin has back to receive Chris Hammock and Pat McCowan. Hoskins and Greg Wyatt, the upbacks. O'Boyle puts another squibbler down there. It's going to bounce and bounce. Hammock gets it. 15, 20 to the 25. Tripped up at the 29-yard line and a flag on the play.
I believe it's going to be a clip on us.
Well, things falling apart in a hurry here, Burley Foley.
Yeah, we're starting to self-destruct. We really got to get something positive going right here to refocus. We're not out of this thing. We've been able to put some offensive drives together. We just got to keep believing that we can play right here.
Penalty is against the Red Hounds. See where the football is going to wind up at. It'll be from the point of the foul, which they're saying was at the 25. And they march it off 10 yards for the clip. And it's going to be just across the 15-yard line. So Corbin will have to start here at the 15. They got it 1st and 10. 7:25 to go in the game, trailing 29-18. McCowan has Trey Wyatt and Scott Hart behind him. Bargo and Romines wide to the right. Crowley wide to the left side. Handoff goes in there to Hart on the back of that eye, and he gets none.
Not a lot of room there. Normally in a situation like coming up, would see Danny Steele. Danny Steele more known for our passing quarterback, but Danny has tendonitis in his shoulder and probably wouldn't be, although he's dressed, he's not available to play.
No gain on the play. That brings up 2nd down and 10 now for the Hounds. McCowan, that full house backfield behind him, is rolling out to pass. He's got pressure behind him, lets it go. It's going to be incomplete.
Well, looks like a late hit on the quarterback there on Pat.
Pat's a little bit shaken up. They were coming after him on his blind side, too. Pat's a lefty. So throwing to the left, his blind side was to the right. And he got hit pretty hard. That brings up now 3rd and 10 for Corbin. 6:39 to go in the football game. The Hounds were on top 18-14, but a couple of quick ones by Middlesboro. And now Corbin is going to call a timeout. So let's take a break, and we'll be back here at Lee Majors Field at Middlesboro High School, 29-18. The Yellow Jackets on top. This is Red Hound Football and your sports leader, WCTT. Daggone it. 29-18, Middlesboro on top. Corbin at the 16-yard line with a 3rd down and 10 from there. And early things, well, no way you can make them look too good for the Red Hounds right now.
Well, it's been a great game until just the last few minutes, and like you say, we almost self-destructed there at one point, and I know that's a term a lot of football coaches don't want to hear, but we drop a punt, and then we have a clip, and we just have some things go bad for us, or drop a snap, I should say. But we still got time to regroup right here as Jeff Plummer comes off the field with a play. After the play's called, it's just a matter, we got to believe when we get in these situations, we can still play and win.
And I think we're ready to go. McCowan moves in behind center. Shane Creekmore back to throw. Over the middle, he's got Jones. 1st down up at the 30-yard line. Little quick hitter right over the middle up at the 30. Dennis on the catch.
We got motion on us.
And there is a flag on the play. All right, I didn't see that. That was out of my view. It's going to be against Corbin. Pretty nice.
Michael Crowley arguing his point there on something. It must have been one of our outside people. Coach Corbin really arguing his point right now.
Doesn't do a lot of good to argue with the official. I don't. Coaches do a lot of that.
Coach Adams has come all the way out of the box onto the field now.
Well, penalty against the Red Hounds brings back that 1st down. They will replay 3rd down. Ball will be moved back to the 11-yard line. It'll be now 3rd down and 15 yards for 1st down yardage for Corbin.
Well, I think they're arguing over the set. That Corbin was in.
They are arguing too.
Let me see if I can get something on that from Coach Ferris.
29-18, 11-point lead here for the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets after Corbin had went on top 18-14. The house fell in on the Hounds. Coach Adams continues to argue with the officials. Now Coach Garman comes out. He's arguing with the officials.
The argument, Dave, is that both ends were supposed to be on the line, and then the inside guy backed off, which was Jones, and then we throw the hot. And the argument was that Michael Crowley had turned and asked the official, hey, am I okay? And he had replied supposedly yes, and then they throw the flag. So we don't, that's the problem right now. This thing's getting out of hand.
Yeah, it is. Coach Adams is furious. Garman is furious.
Looks like everybody's mad.
I think so.
Let's take a timeout.
Well, they're not going to reverse the play. Yeah, let's take a break while they argue this out. We'll be right back. This is Redhound Football on your sports leader, WCTT. What you got? Okay. Okay, thank you. We'll take you back out of this one. Well, we have another penalty flag has flown, and it is against Corbin head coach Cotton Adams. I'm telling you, I've never seen Coach Adams so mad. I've seen him pretty mad, Burley Foley, but never this angry at the officials.
He's upset now. There's no doubt about it. And we're about to lose our composure because Pat McCown's having to be restrained now. The argument was over the set, and the set is what they're saying is you got to have X amount of men on the line of scrimmage. So as Corbin split two people wide, put both of them off, then they walk the inside guy off the line of scrimmage, which makes him an eligible receiver, and throw it to him. And the big argument was that Michael Coley had asked if that was illegal, or asked if the official was okay, and the official signaled for him to be okay, and then they turn and throw the flag. But we're really backed up now, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, we're as far backed up as just about as you can go. Corbin with a third down. The Hounds have to get to the 26-yard line to get the first down. The ball is on the 6. 3rd and 20 for Corbin. Jones and Robines wide to the right, Crowley wide to the left. McCowan takes a snap. He's back to throw. He's going to keep it on the draw play. He breaks it out to the 10 and slips. Well, Pat would have just a little bit of running room there anyway, but he slips down on the 10-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down for Corbin. 4th and 16 for the Hounds. Clock down to 5 minutes. 45 seconds to go in the football game. Middlesboro 6-1 for the year. Corbin 4-3, and Chris Hammock has taken the field to punt, looks like.
Well, here's where Weatherspoon's really dangerous because I think you punt this one out of bounds, Dave. I think you got to. I don't think you can give Weatherspoon a chance right here.
I would never punt it to him or kick it to him, or I like you. I think he just shouldn't play. He could just sit on the sidelines there. Hammock's going to punt it toward the sideline, and it will not go out of bounds. Takes a Middlesboro bounce, but Dwayne Evans garners the football at the 35-yard line, and the Yellow Jackets will have it there, 1st and 10 with 5:10 to go. Hard-fought football game, like you say. This thing it's been battled throughout. Corbin looked to be in pretty good shape. It looked like maybe that Middlesboro had gotten tired when Corbin went on top 18-14, but Witherspoon takes a Gus Hauser kickoff at the goal line, takes it all the way to the 45, and then throws a 45-yard halfback pass to get it to the 10. Middlesboro scored then. Got the extra point to go up 21-18. Then Corbin bobbled a punt attempt. Really, Witherspoon scored again from the 30. Then they picked up a 2-point conversion, which leaves us where we're at now.
like you say, it's been a tremendous football game, except for about 3 minutes there, and just seemed like everything went sour for us.
4:40 to go. 29-18. Penalty against Middlesboro moves them back to the 40-yard line. Jackson moves underneath his center to take the snap. He's going to give it off in there to Witherspoon, and he shoots through down to the 34-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. They'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
Devon and Shane Creekmore on the stop.
Or rather bring up actually 2nd down and 11 after the penalty.
Nolan Devon. Been playing defensive tackle. Played a lot of defense tonight. Normally just plays one way, but has played at times this year. Last week had a couple big plays.
Middlesboro from the left hash mark. Jackson gives it right in there to Frankie Taylor. Taylor down to the 29. That'll bring up 3rd, and still not enough for the first down. They've got to get to the 25. 3rd and about 4. Well, you know, we talked after the Wayne County game that Corbin was getting into a dangerous stretch here with having to go to Rockcastle County and Middlesboro. And certainly looks here with only 3:37 to go and Corbin needing 2 touchdowns. It doesn't look good. Corbin will close out with Somerset and Madison Southern. Both those are home games for the Hounds. Witherspoon on the handoff is not going to get the first down. Down he goes at the 30. Big number 78 in there for Corbin. Nolan Devon to wrap him up. We do have a Corbin player hurt on the play, looks like. Can't see who that is right now.
Can't pick him up either. Looks like it might be one of our
But this win here is really going to put Middlesboro in the driver's seat as far as winning the district, because they will be playing Rockcastle County, but that game will be here, I think. I think they play at Middlesboro this year. And Corbin in a pretty good position to either finish 3rd or 4th in the district. Corbin, I don't think in any danger now, Burley, of missing the playoffs, because I don't think Wayne County is going to do any better than 5th, and all 4 teams get to go into the playoffs. But once again, the Hounds may be looking at a situation where they have to hit the road when it comes playoff time.
Well, it is, and as a matter of fact, I think that's basically how it's going to be at the top of the first year. I think everybody thought it'd be Wayne, Madison Southern, Somerset, and Middlesboro, but I think it was a matter of where they would finish. And in this year's district, they could have finished anywhere in any 4 places. And right now, like I say, doggone, this was a winnable game for us at times tonight, and we almost self-destructed there with penalties and some obviously a bad call by the official, because I think if he did okay for Michael Coley to be set out there, I don't think it should have affected that play, but obviously it did. So there again, the ball didn't bounce our way when it needed to, and it would really be a miraculous comeback should we be able to win a football game right now.
Shane Creekmore comes off. He was the injured Red Hound, coming off under his own power. 4th down for Middlesboro and 2. Ball on the 27-yard line. The Yellow Jackets will go for it here on this 4th down play. The clock moves its way down to 3 minutes. And counting down, Middlesboro, of course, will take every second that they can to get up there on the line and run the play.
Big 4th down right here. We get the ball back with a chance to score, maybe.
Jackson underneath center. And he keeps, and he is close.
Face mask. Ooh, we got away with one there.
Yeah, no flag flew. I'm like you. Someone had Jackson right by the mask.
We got a break there.
I think they got the first down anyway, though.
Gosh, I didn't even think it was close, but yeah, Coach Adams is complaining about the clock, and rightfully so.
Well,
tempers are flaring.
Yeah, Coach Adams, he's been upset ever since that one play. As they come out for the match, it's going to be close, and it looks like maybe by a nose. Middlesboro has it by the nose of the football. Now they're going to check it again. Nope. Didn't get it. That couldn't have been more than an inch.
No, he put his finger down in there between the chain and the ball to try to see just exactly where it was.
A finger's length keeping Middlesboro from the first down, so Corbin will take it over here with 2:19 to go in the football game, but unfortunately for the Hounds, they're down 29-18. Stay tuned after the game for the comments. Corbin assistant coach Willard Ferris will also have a look at the Red Hound stats for him. McCowan to throw over the middle. He lets it go way out there. Nobody there for Corbin. Right at about midfield. That'll bring up now 2nd and 10. Clock stops on the incomplete pass.
In all likelihood, David, looks like we're going to lose this one, but doggone, we played so well at times.
Well, you know, and really, we've said this. I remember saying these same things last year, Burley. You can't give up on this football team because there's been a lot of injuries. We've not been able to put a complete football team on the field, it seems like, all year long. And there's still a lot of season left. McCowan to throw. Lets it go, and it is picked off by Witherspoon. Here he is at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds by Pat McCowan near the goal line.
Well, that one was just hung up there, and once Witherspoon got it, you knew he was going somewhere with it. He has that tremendous speed, and it was extremely difficult for us.
You just can't catch up with him.
No, he's fast.
I'm telling you. Well, it's what makes Danville so good. They were beating Western Hills there 50-0 a while ago, but they got 3 or 4 guys like Eric Witherspoon. You know what?
Witherspoon, he's one of the state's leading rushers. I think he's about 6 in the top 6.
I can see why. Pitch out to Witherspoon from the 2, and he is, oh boy, they just knocked the official into the fence over there. Witherspoon gets the touchdown. Looks like the referee's okay.
Yeah, Greg White and David Stevens hit the official. Witherspoon and everybody else. Is Middlesboro able to put another one in?
Boys, fourth quarter has belonged to the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets. Corbin led 18-14 after 3. So with 1:45 to go, all of a sudden it's 35-18. Middlesboro on top, with O'Boyle in to try the extra point. Witherspoon on a 2-yard run for the touchdown. O'Boyle's extra point looks good, and it is. 1:45 to go in the football game. It's Middlesboro 36, the Corbin Redhounds 18, and we'll be back. This Redhound football on your sports leader, WCTT. Daggone it. (36-18), Corbin on top, or rather trailing Middlesboro here with 1:45 to go in the game. The Redhounds led 18-14 at the end of 3, but it's been all Middlesboro since that. And it looked like Middlesboro was the team that actually was starting to wear down a bit.
Well, it really did. It looked like we might even take control of the football game at one time there, and then, like I say, we just had about a 3-minute bad run, and really just didn't seem like we had the confidence that we could still win at that point.
Wyatt takes the squibbling kickoff up to the 35 to about the 38-yard line. Corbin will go 1st and 10 from there.
Well, we got a minute 37 left to maybe put one on here to hopefully make it a little bit more respectable. Much closer football game than the score, David. It really was. And I know Coach Kenny Rohr could tell you that, too.
Will Mines and Bargo wide to the right side. Michael Crowley to the left. Corbin right in the middle of the field with McCowan giving it off to Scott Hart. Hit at the line of scrimmage, but he dodges Forward 4 a couple of yards up to about the 41.
Little trap play inside.
Looks like the Hounds just maybe want to get this one over with here. 1:08 and counting down to go. Corbin will finish up at home with Somerset and Madison Southern. The last score we had, Madison Southern was leading Somerset in their football game 14-0 at halftime. We have a couple of finals. North Laurel 20, Clay County nothing, and Bell County beat Whitley County 34-14. Here goes Trey White for Corbin across the 50-yard line down to the 48. First down for the Hounds. Stops the clock with 41 seconds. Ball right on the 46, according to the official spot.
Well, like I say, the final score of this game, doggone it, that's not any indication of how hard our kids fought. We really played at times hard enough to win a doggone football game. Just had about a 3-minute run there of bad things.
Handoff goes in there to, I didn't see who got the football. Trey White, I think, on the carry again for Corbin. Yeah, Trey getting up out of the pile. Getting up a little bit slowly, but I think he's okay. Corbin might get one more play off. Clock down to 15 seconds. So Middlesboro will, they're in the driver's seat here as far as district competition is concerned. They'll go to 3-0. They've already beaten Madison Southern. They got Rock Castle County to have to deal with here. There's a flip out to Jones. Jones at the 40 and knocked out of bounds, and that's going to end the football game. Middlesboro 36, Corbin 18, the final score. Corbin on top 18-14 at the end of 3, but the big story, the fourth quarter belonged all to the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets. We'll be back here at Lee Majors Field. This Red Hound football and your sports leader, WCTT. Let's do our TV wrap up right quick. Okay, Eddie Pierce's TV wrap up in 3, 2, and 1. Well, Corbin basically falling apart there in the fourth quarter to lose this football game, 36-18 to the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets. The Eric Witherspoon show really coming out there in the fourth quarter as he had a couple of touchdowns in the fourth period. One a 30-yard run, one a 2-yard run. He also had a 45-yard pass that he threw, the halfback pass. So Corbin loses to go now to 1 win and 2 losses in the district. Middlesboro really in the driver's seat here, Burley, as far as district competition is concerned, with a 3-0 record.
Well, Middlesboro's an outstanding football team without question, and the most disappointing thing tonight is we played so well at times. We really did. There was times that it looked like we might even put this thing away. It looked like we were pounding on them in there physically pretty good, and maybe, like I say, going to take control of football. But we had about a 3-minute bad run there. Had a dropped snap that hurt us. Did a couple big penalties, and then offensively we just weren't able to get anything going. They shut Pat's bootleg down, and that was a big play for us there that helped us set up some scores. So, you know, I know the kids were disappointed. Any time that the Corbin and Middlesboro play, it's always a hard-fought game, and this one equally was well. Our effort was pretty doggone good, Dave. It really was, and we what we got to do, and it's tough to do, but we're down, and we're down a little farther than we was last week, but we're not out. And like I say, as long as you can see light, you know, at the end of the tunnel, then there's hope that you can get out of it. And that's what they've got to do right now. They've got to take them one at a time. Somerset next week, obviously not a very good football team this year. Although they beat Rock Castle, we're getting beat by Madison Southern tonight, and it's not a typical Somerset team. But you can't overlook them. Corbin has to play, and they have to play well to defeat them. And then Madison Southern comes in, who I think is an improving football program. We're going to get in the playoffs, most likely. It's almost sure that we are, and honestly, nothing counts up until playoff time. So a lot of times how you remember is how well you play in playoffs. Although Corbin fans want to win every game, as they did this one, and the kids want to win, but it wasn't meant to be. We just we got beat by a better football team, honestly. They had a few more weapons than what we had.
Corbin loses 36-18 as they fall now to 4 wins and 4 losses on the football season. My thanks to Burley Foley on color and Philip Russell on the field and stats. This Dave